For those of you who don't know, the Five Eyes Partnership goes back to the years after World War II, at a time when our countries recognized the need to work together across borders and establish a united front that could guard against threats posed by hostile nation states who would seek to flout the rule of law and basic human rights. And unfortunately, today we are dealing with just such a state. There is a single common thread in just about every conversation about protecting innovation, really across the world's advanced economies, and that is the Chinese government. Not the Chinese people, mind you, and certainly not Chinese Americans, but the Chinese Communist Party is the #1 threat to innovation, period. China has made economic espionage, stealing others' work and ideas, a central component of its national strategy. And that espionage is at the expense of innovators in all 5 of our countries, and it's certainly true right here in Silicon Valley. The contrast with our own rule of law nations could not be greater, and that's why you see us all here standing together for the very first time in a public setting, not only to demonstrate our focus and resolve, but to highlight our joint worldwide work aggressively countering the threat posed by Beijing. That threat has only gotten more dangerous and more insidious in recent years. China has long targeted businesses with a web of techniques all at once: cyber intrusions, human intelligence operations, seemingly innocuous corporate investments and transactions. Every strand of that web has become more brazen and more dangerous. Their hacking program is now bigger than that of every other major nation combined. And it's aiming for targets like popular corporate email software and companies that in turn serve a whole bunch of clients, so that it can steal not just from single businesses, but from hundreds or thousands at once. At the same time, we've seen aggressive uses of human intelligence, now powered by professional social media, while China also hides information about its own companies and harasses and arrests foreign professionals to make it harder and harder for our businesses to detect and avoid harmful investments, joint ventures, and other transactions intended to facilitate the theft of their IP and data. And now we see Beijing closing the malicious circle by bringing innovation and data they've stolen to bear to steal even more. Beijing has long targeted AI, a field where the US and San Francisco and Silicon Valley in particular lead the world. And now they're working to use AI to improve their already massive hacking operations, using our own technology against us. It is outrageous. Beijing's economic espionage campaign hurts our nations and our people, individual engineers, entrepreneurs, families, whose hard work and livelihoods are stolen. If China wants to be a great nation, it's time to start acting like one, abiding by its commitments not to steal innovation, following other basic norms like not exporting repression, working with other nations against dangers that all nations face, like cybercrime, fentanyl trafficking, and money laundering, instead of siding with criminals against rule of law nations everywhere. Because until it does, everywhere it flouts the rule of law and tries to undermine our economic security, it's going to find us there together, disrupting their hostile designs, defending our security together, not just as governments, but as 5 joined societies with public servants, private citizens, and businesses all united against the threat.